And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Denoyer.
Speaking of hurricanes, we got some winds in the forecast tonight, but not hurricane force. But still pretty gusty, enough to cause problems for parts of the area. Sky came outside, it's kind of gloomy out there. I had some showers here in Providence, just went outside. It's not raining right now at the station, but everything's just wet and everything's damp. And the temperatures in the low to mid 60s right now will hold steady the rest of the night. They're not moving. They're stopping, not dropping and not rising. So therefore, what you see is what you get for the rest of the night temperature-wise. But the winds are going to change, not direction. They're out of the southeast now, and that's how they'll stay. But see how the winds right now, about 10 to 15 miles per hour? You got a 21 there in Falmouth. That's sustained winds. The gusts have been a little higher, though, and we've already had some gusts at one point over 25, 30 miles an hour. But see how most locations, only like a couple areas reporting gusts over 20, 25? That is all going to change. So what happens is you get this thrust of rain coming in after 8 p.m. It's heavy at times, especially in Rhode Island. And then after midnight, it moves over into southeastern Mass. The winds themselves will be increasing during that time, but really peaking after midnight. And that's when we get into some of the stronger gusts. So it's like a 1-2 punch. Rain first, real heavy. And then while it's raining heavy, the winds increase and that gets stronger after midnight. And the combination of both, limbs down could cause some isolated power outages, leaves all over the place when you wake up tomorrow. They make the roads wet and slippery when the leaves fall on wet roads, and also can clog drains and cause some flooding. So 1 to 2 inches of rain for everybody. Everybody gets 1 to 2 inches of rain. But for Rhode Island, especially by the Connecticut state line, you get 3 inches of rain and flooding, poor drainage with those winds being gusty, especially for Block Island and for Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, where gusts could be stronger. So flood watch for the green. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Central Mass, not all of Rhode Island. And if you're not in the flood watch, doesn't mean you can't have some flooding because you're going to have some heavy rain. But the best chance for flooding will take place in that flood watch area. Wind advisory for areas south of Providence. Winds gusting 35, 40, 45 miles an hour. But again, stronger for the islands. And it doesn't take much wind when you have lots of leaves on the trees. Cause some damage, and that's what we could have during the overnight. I don't think it's a widespread issue, isolated, but still a threat. So satellite and radar, couple areas. New York pummeled with rainfall right now. And then you got all this rain to the south that's got to lift north too. And obviously it's all got to go somewhere. And where's it going to go? Right on top of us tonight. Right now, just a few scattering of showers, a core of some rain that moved through during rush hours, lifted up to Boston. But you can see some rainfall still kind of scattered across the area. Not very organized, but by the time we get to 8, 9 o'clock, it does become more organized. And you'll see that right here. Where's all the rain falling? Oh my goodness, Rhode Island. Southeastern Mass, you're like, whoa, I'm good for now. You're good for now, but by midnight, all of this heavy rain working across Rhode Island and Connecticut pivots east, and that's when you get into your heavy rainfall. That rain is not quick in a hurry to get out of here, so lingering for the morning commute. Still some downpours, could have some rumbles of thunder as well, and then finally, by noon, most of it lifting north, you have the wind, you have the rain. The combination is going to make for a big-time headache morning commute for Friday, as it's just going to continue to be stormy right through the morning hours. But once it clears out, it gets better, and it gets better fast in time for the weekend. Near 70, mainly sunny, before the next chance to rain early next week. John.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Providence College